Porky's Hired Hand is not too bad. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1940. It's directed by Friz Freleng and written by Dave Monahan, with voices, of course, provided by Mel Blanc. And Porky Pig hires a character called Gregory Grunt, and he's hired him to look after the chicken coop because a fox keeps coming along trying to steal the chickens. But Gregory Grunt is not necessarily very good at this job. And the fox comes along, and I will say no more about what happens. But I really enjoyed this. I liked the characters. I really liked Gregory Grunt. I liked the animation design of the character. I liked the personality of the character, and I liked the voice acting, of course, with the voice provided by Mel Blanc. I also really liked the fox, even though he was definitely our antagonist. I found him to be a really interesting character, definitely a character that I enjoyed. I enjoyed the interactions between the two of them. Porky isn't in it a tremendous amount, but we do get a reasonable amount of Porky. And the animation of the chicken coop is quite nice as well. Obviously, it's quite a small space. It's a chicken coop. But I think they made really good use of the space. That definitely worked very well. I never felt like things were getting quite stale, like we were looking at the exact same thing over and over again. It definitely felt like they were able to make really good use of the chicken coop as a setting. And I thought it was a pretty good, fun cartoon. I didn't know how it would conclude, and I'm not going to say how it ends, but I will say that I was satisfied with every aspect of the cartoon. Absolutely no complaints here whatsoever. I also thought I'd already watched all of the classic Porky Pig cartoons, so I was really pleased to find that actually there was one that I'd overlooked. And even though it's not completely full of Porky Pig, what we get of Porky Pig is still pretty nice. And as I said, I really liked Gregory Grunt as a character. I thought he was pretty great, and the fox was a really interesting character as well. So needless to say, I'm quite happy with this one. If you're a fan of Porky Pig, or if you're just looking for an interesting cartoon with some pretty great voice acting, then I'd say Porky's Hired Hand is definitely one that's worth watching. I might even watch it again at some point. Definitely one that I enjoyed.